The other night I received a call around about 10 o'clock from team member Marie. She told me about a young mother with children who was very, very distraught. She'd witnessed an apparition, grabbed the children, ran out into the cold, into the freezing cold in the middle of the night. Now, people don't tend to do that if it's just a result of overactive imagination. And here we are now in the closing stages of that investigation. I did invite the spirits to come here to see if they would like to reside with me, and from what I can gather just from taking one recording only last night, that is what they decided to do. So you've seen the footage. Now let's see if our friends, my new friends, right, we've got two recorders here tonight. That's actually blank, and that one is also no file. I'm sure you can see that. I hope you can see that. So I would like to begin by welcoming our new guests to my home. Okay, what I've also done, I've connected the recorder where this leads to this external speaker, which may make some of them a bit clearer for you. Most apparent was of the personalities was a lady and also a spirit gentleman. Spirit gentleman, I believe his name was Jonathan. So, how are you finding the place, guys? You know you're all welcome. Do you know when we're speaking, I'm obviously hearing your voices now. Obviously, where you in your domain, in your reality or whatever, there will be other sounds of people, children, I don't know, whatever you guys do. I would like to actually record one of those sounds, something a little bit different. Now, I've had a feeling that there appears to be a very young child around here. I'm not actually sure whether it is a boy or whether it's a girl or whether there's actually more than one, because they appear not to be coming close. So what I would say to this young person is, don't be afraid. I'd like to hear your voice, so please do come forward, do come as close to me as you can. Let's try this recorder. And this recorder. Let's try one more time. I would really like to hear the child. thank you for that. I can't actually hear. I can hear clearly. I can hear you clearly. It does sound like a child, but at the same time, I'm not actually sure what's being said. I'm going to play some of the big speaker because this is an excellent recording. That certainly sounds like children to me. Let's play that again. Upon first hearing this, it didn't seem as though the children were actually directly responding to me. However, let's listen to that one more time, because having now listened to it a couple of times myself, it does sound something very similar to "we're all around you in your favourite place," or "we're walking around you in your favourite place." And before somebody suggests it's obviously somebody walking past or children next door, I have no neighbours with children. I live in a semi-detached house, and let's also bear in mind this is at 4:30 approximately in the morning, and not least that it was actually on request. Let's take another listen. That sounds like children playing, doesn't it? Right, okay. It didn't sound like they was actually speaking to me directly, but it did sound like it was actually recorded child's voices. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me just put this one on record now. Let's leave that one on there while we do this. Can anybody give me the name of the associated children? One of the children. Not clear enough, I'm afraid. There is a lady here somewhere. I was absolutely correct. I did feel quite a strong female presence. However, this time, and quite welcome, it was Becky. Here, she had a little message for everybody. That message was quite clear. She said, "Spirits live all around us." This may not be too clear to some people, but I'm used to hearing Becky's voice. Let's try the other recorder. Let's try the other recorder. It's now some 18 months ago since I first made mention of the Lightertons. Lightertons are not of human origin. They don't seem to require the same energy or use the energy like spirit people do, and they are very, very powerful. But their very presence has a direct effect on the recording equipment, as though the energy field or whatever it is simply too much for the circuitry to cope with. You won't hear much here, but you will identify speech. The equipment will only behave in this manner when the Lightertons are trying to make contact. That's it. That is the exact recording what I've just been talking about. Me and Steve, this is what we was getting, and it was during one of these sessions the other day I actually heard quite clearly that we are the Lightertons. For some reason their energy seems to affect this recorder really, really badly. Let's play that from the beginning, because I'm as intrigued as you to find out who the Lightertons are. Should we put more time? Wasn't clear, but it was good, wasn't it? It is a privilege for you to come and see me once again. You seem to be becoming a little bit more regular now than what you once did, and it would appear we are establishing some kind of regular communication over the last few days. You'll be right, you'll be alright, you'll be nice, the last bit. It'll be nice. Okay. That, my friends, is the Lightersons, whoever they are. I'm yet to determine. That sounds like you've known us long enough. Turn it off. Becky, I'm just talking to the Lightersons. Becky, what can you tell me? Can you tell me anything about the Lightersons?
And when I asked Becky about who are the Lightersons, it did sound like she said, they are aliens.
So not clear enough. That's not Becky. Would you like my...
And just when you thought this session couldn't get any stranger, the next recording sounded like what revealed to be two spirits actually speaking to each other. One clearly says, "Did you like my something or other?" It does actually sound like, "Did you like my top?" And a second one can be heard to reply something along the lines, "I've had enough of you." Have a listen, see what you can hear.
So would you like my top? Which would you like my something, obviously? Let's check that later. Of course, we can't always assume that they're actually talking to us. Just because we're talking to them, that could have been one spirit talking to another spirit. Just bear me for a second. The spirit personalities that have joined me from the case, from the young lady's house, you was scaring her, guys. You was really, really scaring her. Okay, this is, I'll rewind that. This is the license again. I was actually addressing it the spirits, but they've kind of answered. It's the same kind of tone. It's very hard to make out what is being said, but it is most apparent. It is the same whatever. Let's just play that as before. Does it say with the license? With the license? Maybe, maybe not. Let's play that through. There. I will talk to you in a moment. Please allow the other spirits to speak. The previous question, you were scaring the young lady. When I first moved in here, I've been here for, 5-6 months now. In this room, I couldn't get anything whatsoever. And don't mind telling you, it drove me crazy. I got more success downstairs, but just over the last few days up here, for whatever reason, that now seems to have changed. Do you know what, guys? To prove a point, because we have got people that watch these who are highly sceptical, which is totally understandable in this day and age. There's so much crap out there on the internet and dodgy stuff. Anything that I put out is 100% genuine and guaranteed. I mean, this stuff gets checked over by Steve Merrill and scientifically analysed. And to be honest, Steve, I'm going to save these recordings. You can check these, you can analyse these, you can check the frequencies. With what range. I mean, Steve's been with me before many a time now when I'm picking up recordings, having pre-checked the recorders and even labelled them. I've still got the label on it, on there, so it couldn't actually be switched. Yeah. Singing, what song would we like? Now that would be interesting.
It was now getting on for 5:30 in the morning. This session had lasted up to now just under an hour, and I was beginning to look as bad as what I actually felt. But saying that, my persistence paid off. This, without doubt, was the best recording so far, and one I greatly appreciated.
Do you know what, believe it or not, we have a wonderful, wonderful reply, which is definitely a woman singing, but what she's singing is just important. It sounds like she's singing I'm Still Free. I'll just play this one for you. That is a human sounding. Beautiful, beautiful. You've got a very nice voice. What's your name, please? Thank you. There's a... Sounds a bit like Becky, that, but... Let's see for the other one. Again, you guys decide. I think something or other. Okay, 5 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up. People say, Don, when you get these really good recordings, communications, why don't you get really excited about it? Guys, you've got to understand that this has been my life, my whole life, since I was about 7 years old. So as much as I'd never take it for granted, I do appreciate it and understand I'm in the presence of high beings. I do find it exciting. I may not do cartwheels, but this is an everyday occurrence for me, and it's every time I press the record button on one of these things. So over time, you get used to it. I'm going to call it a night now. Well, you know, let's just do another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to call it a night. Tonight has gone totally tits up because this was just about the spirits from the other place. Guys, I'm going to take one more recording and then I'm going to let the dog out and then I'm going to go to bed. Next session will be a little bit more organised. This, like I said, did totally go tits up. Thanks for watching. I can tell you that Phenomena project with Steve Mara, I have been a subject to a scientifically, very tightly controlled, pretty impossible test, which relied on me getting information from the spirits to relay to Steve Mara, information that I could not have got from any other place. Also, I had no idea this test was coming. He kind of just sprung it on me on the spur of the moment. Been performed thousands of times around the world. Apparently it was 1% or less than 1% pass rate, and me and the guys managed to pass it the first attempt, so that we are very, very pleased about. Lots coming up this year. It's going to be a crazy year. If I thought I was busy before, my God, what's coming you would not believe. Yeah, it's going very, very well. I am tired, I am babbling, I'm therefore now going to go to bed. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and look forward to bigger, better and more to come. Good night. Can anybody close that door for me? Guys, is that possible?